Hello, today is Monday, the day we all eagerly awaited the daily Gallup tracking polls to find out whether or not President Obama received a bump in the polls coming out of the Charlotte convention. Well, as to be expected, the president has opened up a 6-point lead on Republican Mitt Romney. I was watching Mitt Romney on the speech today, and I couldn't help but notice or sense a bit of desperation on his part. We've all heard the argument that I'm better for the economy. I'm going to talk about my tax plan. I'm going to talk about creating jobs. Well, today he kind of shifted over to the old social issues, it seemed like. I turn on the television and there's Mitt Romney railing with passion, saying, "I will not take God off of our money and our coins." The word God. Well, I was kind of perplexed because I'm wondering what candidate is suggesting such a thing. His opponent, the president, is a devout Christian who likes having God on his money. But what do? They try to create a wedge issue by saying that I stand for this. It implies that the president stands against this. He actually did a campaign stop with some evangelicals who believe that Barack Obama is a Muslim. That kind of division is really the only path he sees to the White House. I really think he should try to conduct a campaign more similar to John McCain, because at least John McCain held his own and did not get blown away completely. I believe Mitt Romney, if he continues down this path, it'll look like Reagan and Mondale. You're going to see red states going to Obama because people are turned off when they see a politician just obviously trying to divide people. As far as President Obama, today it looked like he had a bit of a photo op, but for a good cause. He was down in Florida and he spoke to a gentleman who owns a pizza place, and this guy is like as big as an ox. This guy looks like he bench presses 400 pounds. He picked the president straight up and off the ground and held him in the air. And then the president was kind of befuddled and startled. He's like, "Look at these guns. Look at the guns on this guy." He wanted to draw attention to this man because this man isn't just a pizza place owner. He's involved in many charities. And also, this pizza place owner is a Republican who voted for the president in 2008, and he's going to vote for the president in 2012. And I see that as a pattern going forward. Why do I say that? 2 words: George Will. Anybody familiar with George Will knows that this man is an intellectual Republican. I don't agree with hardly any of his politics. He's, a diehard conservative. However, when George Will criticizes the Republican nominee, thus hurting that nominee's chances, and asks him to give more details, that's going to cause a problem for the ticket. This Sunday, Mitt Romney was on Meet the Press with David Gregory. David Gregory asked the nominee, "Mitt, can you give us any details as to what loopholes you would cut to pay for these tax cuts for the rich?" Well, he says, it'll come from the upper echelon, but he wouldn't give any details. Well, anybody who understands even to a slight degree how the tax code is structured, the only place he could make up for the billions of dollars he's going to cut from, the richest income levels is by taking the home mortgage deductions and even possible deductions people take for, children they have, and really attacking the middle class. They're not going to tell you that. In a similar interview, Paul Ryan this weekend was asked the same question. He said, "I'm not going to get into the nomenclature." By using the word nomenclature, it kind of implies that I'm this policy wonk, this numbers guy, and the people aren't going to really understand that, so let's not get into the minutia. Well, the people will understand it. The people need to know what they're voting for. So until the Republicans are going to put forth a detailed plan which shows where the money goes and where the money does not go, where the cuts are, I don't know how we can take them seriously. On all the talk shows, the Republican talking heads will always try to flip the coin over and just ask, or state that, well, the president hasn't put forth a vision. Well, actually, the president has. The president has a jobs bill. The Republicans will not sign it because if they see the unemployment numbers go, down, which would be in the right direction, that would ensure the president's reelection. That kind of really turns my stomach to see a political party hold the country back and hold the country hostage just to get a particular president kicked off of the job. I think the American people need to send the GOP a lesson. If you reelect Barack Obama, I see that as the beginning of the end to this Tea Party movement, which causes gridlock. And I really do believe that the biggest I don't want to say fundraisers, but the biggest contributors to the Republican Party are actually possibly rooting for Obama. They want to go back to supporting moderate candidates like John McCain or John Boehner. That's John Boehner before he, had handcuffs put on him. But for that to happen, it has to be, demonstrated that this all or nothing Tea Party positioning is not helping the country. Re-elect Barack Obama, and you will have sent a strong message to the GOP.